Welcome to my latest guilty pleasure. Actually, I'm joking. I'm not being entirely honest with you. I'm sorry. They told me to be more honest in therapy, right? My guilty pleasure is watching people make stupid points on the internet. I don't know why. I open Twitter and Instagram or TikTok or Pinterest or MySpace, right? Because I'm looking for something like what I finally found. Right? I'm looking for something like this tweet. Okay, look at it. Look at it in all its glory because I'm going to take it away. It's gone. Boom, it's gone. I'm going to hope the editor actually did that. I have no idea if they're going to do that or not. But I'm looking for a moment like this, a lightning bolt, where somebody says something so incoherently stupid, right, that I'm convinced they either must be trolling, but you would be surprised how often they're not. Right? How often somebody actually has this belief that is just so hilariously bad and so hilariously wrong that I'm surprised they're able to get up and put on pants, put on a pair of shoes every morning without accidentally lighting themselves on fire or running afoul of the 15 different rules that they have, right? For the way that they're supposed to live their life. I'm confused as to how certain people are able to function without being hypocritical because of the standard that they set. I'm happy for them though, right? If these people actually attempted to live by the creeds that they laid down every day, they wouldn't be able to enjoy life, or they just choose not to enjoy life and they want to make everybody else miserable as well. It's one of those two things. This all started because Jamie Carragher, right, the former Liverpool everything, right? Never won the league, gets reminded of that all the time. Did win a Champions League, though. Generally considered a great player, a red for life or whatever. He is a reporter for CBS, a reporter, like analyst, whatever. And he got deployed at Borussia Dortmund, right? Like he got a military deployment to Borussia Dortmund for the Champions League semifinal. In the Champions League semifinal, he was in the yellow wall, generally having a great time. Well, first of all, you can tell that Jamie Carragher's absolutely pissed there because at the end, they're all saying, like, I love this chant, by the way. Nicholas Fulkrug's the guy that scored the goal. And the PA guy goes, Nicholas! And then all the fans go, Fulkrug! And then Jamie Carragher's just saying, right. And he would later say that he had about 8 pints. Like different people were just giving him pints while he was in the stands. Having a great freaking time. Right. And that's just not allowed. So we've got this person comes flying in with the Everton Avi, right? So never been a fan of Jamie Carragher, tell you that right now. Said Jamie Carragher celebrating with Dortmund fans here is criminal. No proper fan of any team sits in the home end of another team and parties like it's New Year's Eve in 1999 when they score. He should be banned from Anfield for life after this. Then this did get, 2,400 likes on the old Twitter machine. Right. So it is not the only person. Maybe some people perhaps appreciating a bit of trolling, but based off everything that I can see, I don't think this person's necessarily a troll unless it's one of those really well disguised ones. So you got to take this one at face value. It's just an absolutely absurd notion, right? Like this idea that you're not allowed to be a fan of more than one team. First of all. Now, I'm not saying Jamie Carragher's a fan of Borussia Dortmund, but we will start with the idea that you're not allowed to be a fan of more than one team. Because growing up in the United States, that helps smash that very quickly, right? I'm Tampa Bay Buccaneers and Tampa Bay Lightning and the Tampa Bay Rays, right? My dad is from Chicago, so I got a soft spot for the Blackhawks, for the Chicago Bears, right? Like, that's like 5 teams, U.S. National, all these different teams that I'm a fan of instantly. Right. And I got to choose. Right. I got to do this and that and this and that. And you can't change the fandom that you have. I mean, that means every fan that decides to support a team at some point in their life has changed their fandom in order to become a fan of that team. All that TV money you're making in the Premier League, it's from us in India, in China, dude. And everybody in those places picked a team to support. Right? The reason the Premier League has all that money to be able to, the reason the Premier League is not in the same situation as the friggin' Italian league right now is not because, you're like maybe almost about to finish the Bramley Moore dock for Everton to play in. And then those supporters, that'll be like the thing, No, it's because of the frigging giant TV deals you get because a bunch of fans changed their allegiance and picked a favorite team. Right? That's the reason you have all that money to be, if you're Everton, to be wasting it and then running afoul of FFP, right? Like, that's the only reason you have all of that money in the first place, is because all of these teams, all these people, changed allegiances, right? Maybe this person would consider all of them not proper fans, right? That everybody that's ever switched allegiances or ever celebrated before is not a proper fan. But you're missing out on great experiences if you think this is wrong. Who wouldn't want to be in the yellow wall at Dortmund unless you're one of Dortmund's rivals? But like if you're neutral on Dortmund and you've got an opportunity like Jamie Carragher does, a once in a lifetime opportunity, right? To hang out with Dortmund fans and do this and do that and just generally have a fantastic time, right? What a chance to do this, to have 8 pints and sing along with all of these German fans that are super happy to have you there and having a great time with you and throwing the Dortmund scarf on you. Right? And you're not a rival of Dortmund. You're neutral against them. This is maybe a once-in-a-lifetime experience, even for somebody like Jamie Carragher. And I would highly encourage people that, I do this sort of stuff on the main channel, right? We do a series of videos called Hidden Grounds, where we go to places and we try and, replicate that Anthony Bourdain type of style where instead of food, it's football, right? But we take you to a place, we meet people, we go to the matches. We've done it at NYCFC. We've done it in the Faroe Islands. And both times I ended up like Jamie Carragher here. Right, I'm eating a hot dog, having a beer. And I'm going to be honest, while that creates a soft spot for a team in my mind, it does. Right, I'm always going to be paying a little more attention to NYCFC because I've got those people that I befriended that are now supporting the club. I'm always going to be paying attention to Kaoi, right, Klaksvik in the Faroese League. If I ever see them pop up again, I'm going to be texting some people like, "Yo, what's up?" Right, but if you're not if Jamie Carragher was doing this in the Everton stand, that's the only time that makes sense to me. But if you're doing this anywhere else, it makes sense to me. This is happiness. This is the human experience. This is going out and experiencing something else, right, and having fun. I hate the fun police, dude. All these people that are trying to critique celebrations or something like partying like it's New Year's Eve 1999. Knowing how much fun you like to have, your party on New Year's Eve 1999 might have been, you had a sip of a Coca-Cola. Slow down there, Buster. Right? Might have even stood up out of his chair. Like, why partying like it's New Year's Eve 1999? I mean, he's doing exactly what everybody else in the yellow wall is doing. He's not over here like, Dortmund till I die, right? Like, there's ways that Jamie Carragher could have made this weird. Right? Like if he's drunkenly disowning Liverpool and saying things like Dortmund till I die, it's weird. There's nothing weird about what Jamie Carragher is doing. This is a complete reach. And I would like to know to the extent with which the people that hold this view actually go. Right? Because if you are not if you sit in the home end of another team and party like it's New Year's Eve in 1999 when they score, right? If you're watching another team, right, in the Premier League and they score a goal and you go, oh, you make a pretty normal sound when you're watching the TV. Does that make you not a true fan? Is that criminal? You are celebrating the success of another team, right? You're celebrating the success of another team. You're an Everton fan, dude. How dare you? Even if it was a beautiful goal, even if that Crystal Palace goal was beautiful against whoever the hell they're playing against, right? Ebereze drops an absolute peach. But then you get up, you're drinking that Coca-Cola, you get up off hey, nice goal, dude. You guys see that? No, that's criminal, dude. How dare you celebrate another team like that? Freaking ridiculous. Ridiculous. Offensive. Do you celebrate England's performances? There are Liverpool players on that team. How dare you? There are Liverpool players on that team. Jordan Henderson was on that team before he went on sabbatical. He's honestly probably still going to make the team, Lord knows how. But how dare you? I am offended on behalf of your own sentiments that you would even consider celebrating the accomplishments of such fiends. Criminal. I think if we ever catch this person accidentally celebrating the goals scored by any other team outside of Everton, we should ban them from the newly constructed Bramley Moore dock. It's the only way. It is the only way. I do think that I do think somebody summed this up perfectly. Breaking news: man visits famous stadium in a foreign country and enjoys himself. Thank you. Let's put a wrap on the celebration police, please.